Jenny Haler. I am a Spanish and Portuguese studies major, and I studied in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil, in the spring of 2016. I knew I wanted to study abroad. Always. Both my older sisters studied abroad. One went to Spain, one went to Ecuador, and I wanted to do something different. We all study Spanish, and so Brazil made a lot of sense to me because I could A, better my Portuguese, and B, be different from both my other sisters. So it was always in the back of my mind. I intended on it ever since I got into college. In the beginning, finances were a big part of it. And so when I finally started digging into all of the programs, there was CIE, IES, and then there was CET, and they all offered something different. And it was, for me, a matter of what did I truly want out of my experience, and for me, I found that CET was the best fit. So I lived in an apartment with 5 other individuals. 3 of us were Americans, and then 2 of them were Brazilian, Igor and Vinny, which made the apartment life so much fun because they integrated their culture with us, and we learned a lot from them. Just living with them, talking with them, getting to know more about their personal lives, because ultimately that was getting to know more about Brazil and Brazilian culture. Brazil is very unique in the fact that it resembles the United States as a mosaic, but also has this very unique and diverse culture. So we went to Salvador da Bahia, which was originally a slave port, and so you saw a small chunk of Brazil in that area. We stayed in Sao Paulo, which is bigger than New York City, another completely different part of Brazil and completely different cultures. But again, it contributed to Brazil overall as a population. And then I went to Rio. Of course, as a main tourist attraction is that city in general, but we did visit Christ the Redeemer, which was absolutely phenomenal. And then I went over to Foz, to Iguazu Falls, and again, it was just a completely different part of Brazil. It's very normal for people to go up and ask you on the street where to get to this place, or how to get to that place, or where to go for this. And so being ready for someone to approach you, and also to go approach someone to ask those questions and be thinking very quickly in Portuguese was challenging, but it also helped build my confidence with Portuguese and learn a few new words. One of the biggest differences with classes in Brazil is the length, because they're used to 3-hour classes as the norm, and I think we are very much so used to an hour, maybe a little bit more, or maybe even a little bit less, but they typically have courses that will last 2 to 4 hours and be completely normal. That was a hard part to get used to and become accustomed to. Now, coming back, I'm noticing that I try to seek out more opportunities to speak Portuguese and with Brazilians. I just went to one of the shows at Northrop that was a Brazilian dance crew called Grupo Corpo, and so I just find new ways to stay connected and remain a part of Brazil and find those opportunities, or potential opportunities even, to use my language or listen.